Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome to your daily reading. This is going to be for Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. I do want to remind you, per usual, that they're saying the typical spiel. This is a general read for the day for all 12 signs. So simply take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and leave me a comment or several down below. And do reach out via email if you're looking for a personal reading. We're going to keep it simple and just jump into the tarot part of the reading and pull from this watercolor tarot. So let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, let's do some shuffling and see what we get. We might use more than just this deck. What do we have for Tuesday? For whatever reason, I'm not getting much as far as messages just yet. Simplicity is needed throughout this day is what I'm getting. Simplicity. But we have 5 different cards coming out. The King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Seven of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Definitely picking up on this burnt out energy. For those drawn to this reading, for whatever reason, you might have been dealing with a lot in the previous days. It was a bit of there was some negative focuses, if we're being completely honest, when it came to Monday's daily read. But I do feel like it's a day where you're feeling the effects of what you've been going through or just what you've been accomplishing, or both, right? The balancing act that you're going through at this time is feeling quite, I'm hearing needy. It's just feeling very much like there's a need for a delicate approach, okay? Just knowing what you're doing, but feeling like you have a lot on your plate. You could feel as if it's just a very busy kind of Tuesday, right? For a lot you're thinking about, if not wrapped up in a new investment or a new work opportunity with the Page of Pentacles, being pushed to remember that people see you in a positive light, okay? Or will soon enough if they're still trying to make up their mind. Interesting. However that ends up working for you, I feel as if this is really the energy you're sitting in, right? For the most part throughout the day, at the very least, the majority of which, okay? The majority of this day, you're in this King of Pentacles energy where you're thinking about your money, thinking about your investments, about your work, okay? Or just your desire for more of which, whether it comes to levels of success, whether it comes to wanting more money flowing in. Spirit's saying, take a deep breath, slow your roll because there will be more flowing in. But these are overlapping for a reason, okay? Bear with me as the energy here in this living situation is truly making me lose my breath and has been affecting my sleep. But anyways, the Lovers and the Seven of Cups talking about how you are having to make a choice or being prepared to make a choice in the upcoming days, weeks, months, however it works for you. And this could be in regards to where you're putting your money, right? Purchase or purchases, gifting people potentially. I do feel like for some of you, if you're not happy at work or with where you live, you're being reminded you have choices, right, or options, okay? So therefore, a choice will have to be made at some point to better one's situation. It could be more so in regards to, for some drawn to this reading, I feel like less of which in regards to dating. But it feels like this is a day where the first 2 coming out are both Pentacle Earth energy. There's a need to reground oneself, first of all, okay? And you'll feel a lot lighter, okay, less weighed down. I know that almost sounds contradicting, but they're saying reground oneself and you'll feel less heavy in energy or just less burnt out, okay? It'll feel a bit refreshing. But the other message I was getting with these 2 being the first 2 is that it's a day where you're being, where you're just focused on your money, right? Or just how you make your money, or both. But let's keep pulling. I feel the need to pull a small everyday tarot for each chunk. Hopefully you can see these all right. Oh, these are sticking together because of the humidity. Let's see here. For the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, what do we have? The Knight of Swords and the Four of Swords, or sorry, the Four of Wands. So naturally that I said the Four of Swords, you're being pushed to remember that you're protected, okay? In the remainder of a situation, the beginning stages of one, however it works for you, in regards to what's stressing you out at this time. There's a highlight on what that is for you at certain points throughout the day, whether it's when you first wake up, as you make your way through the day, as you're wrapped up in a specific situation. But it just feels like in the midst of whatever it is that feels less than ideal for you at this time, okay, that potentially even is reminding you of the past. I know what it is for me. What is it for you, right? If I could even ask you that question properly, what is it for you? Speaking will be a little bit of a struggle at certain points throughout the day, but it's in moments of struggle, it's in moments of slight stress or just reminders of which, drifting back in one's mind even, to the past days or just past obstacles, issues, frustrations, or just frustrating energy, things are falling into place, my friend. Okay, there are plenty of reasons to celebrate. Let's put our eyes on the prize and focus on what's important at this time. Okay, there's an underlying focus on how beneficial moments of alone time are going to be for oneself throughout this day. Okay, 512, look up that angel number meaning. 512. Okay, this is for the Lovers and the Seven of Cups. So the Page of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. Love it. Yeah, you're learning more about what there is to choose from, okay? Potentially pushed to at a certain point or multiple points to do a bit of research online or just in general. Investigate is the word I'm hearing in regards to what there is to choose from. And again, I don't need to list them off again, but whatever you would like to acquire and or replace, that's what you're being pushed to investigate or just look a little bit deeper, look up some options. Even if you know it's not going to come in or just come to be right away, right? Or it's going to be a certain period of time before you can even realistically invest in that or acquire it or just manifest it in one way, shape, or form. You're being pushed to recognize that the viewing of the options, even if you know none of which are going to be the one for you, it gives you a glimmer of hope. It gives you the sense of realness about what is actually doable. Okay, it's a reminder for you individually that you again have choices. You have options. You don't have to fret, and you're being backed up by the spiritual realm all the meanwhile in order to make a shift in the right direction for oneself when the time is divinely right for you individually. But with the Three of Pentacles as well, it feels like this is also speaking upon you being very much loved with all that you have to accomplish, a different vibe coming through. You're learning more about oneself, what you desire. People are even learning from your work, okay, however that works out for you. And that is inspiring people, is leaving you a bit in the spotlight, being noticed. You're being noticed for your loving nature is what I'm hearing. Interesting. And I feel like for some, even if it's not the main focus of the day and what you want to switch up or just invest in, or see come into your situation, you're being noticed in the love department, okay? Whether it's by a specific somebody you already have in your situation that you're wrapped up with, it could be in regards to some potential options, but there's one person that will take your eyes, okay? Interesting wording, that will pique your interest. Interesting. But it's a day, I just got kind of giddy as I clapped the World card, and I feel like you need that sort of lighthearted giddiness, right? That release in from what feels heavy at this time, okay? But the World card talking about how underneath it all things are changing for you, okay? Things are developing progressively, even if you can't fully see that 24/7 when things feel a bit stressful or just a bit lacking that ideal note. I did not like that wording, but you get the point. When things don't feel ideal and it's hard not to focus on that, it's moments like that that just leave you feeling good, right? Once again, or just remind you that there is, there's hope, okay? There's positives to focus on. And I even feel like you're succeeding with your business, with your job, or just with making good impressions. So that's helping you kind of get your focus back on the positives in your situation. Or I don't know why I just struggled so much. I'm now hearing there's an angel watching over you. There's an angel watching over you. If not multiple, depending on how spiritually connected you truly are. But it feels like you're being reminded there is no need to fret. You are protected, you're watched over. And I just feel like there's somebody, again, taking a focus with this Knight of Cups. We planned this, is what I'm hearing. We planned this. What do we have for this Nine of Wands? The King of Swords and the Six of Wands. I feel like people are even noticing, whether it's due to putting yourself on social media, through your business, through experiencing your energy out and about or at work, you name it, even in the housing situation, people are seeing you as somebody who's a bit burnt out. Okay. It's kind of evident. And I just feel like there's even more going into that awareness from others all the meanwhile. But I just feel like it's this burnt out feeling about your energy, but you're also very victorious. Okay. It's this feeling where you don't want to give up and you simply won't, right? You've been through worse. And I feel like recently and or throughout this day, you're being reminded of how much BS you've been through because you're not meant to give up due to the slight difficulties or just the, again, stresses at hand, at home, at work, you name it. Okay. It could be in regards to connections, but or one specific one. But to keep that chin held high and implement self-care when you can throughout the day. I'm not feeling like there's going to be a ton of time to do so because it's a busy Tuesday, but it's a day where you're being viewed for your knowledge, your wisdom, your experience. And that makes up for, at least to an extent, how you're feeling and what you've been going through, and are even to an extent throughout this day. But it just feels like you're also being reminded with this wreath here, a very sun card feeling. Completion just leads to happiness at times, right? More victory for oneself. Noise complications is what I'm hearing. Okay, background noise, stuff of that nature. Once again, the number 99 coming into play as well. Look up that angel number meaning. Let's pull a couple more before we wrap this up. Ooh, I felt there was a level of power in how I felt when I said wrap this up. Look at that. Yeah, there's a highlight on what needs to come to an end, okay? Even if, again, that can't happen just yet, but you're protected until that time comes, okay? And if you don't take the initiative to plan, to get ready for, to make sure that this tower moment comes to be within your control, spirit will step in, right? So just be smart about it, right? Think about the health of your situation. You don't deserve to deal with some of the BS that is and has been taking place, okay? Okay, that was not coming out for a reason. Yeah, look at that, the sun card. But it's in reverse, okay? So there's a highlight on the fact that at times certain factors in your situation and multiple situations aren't making you happy. But we're going to turn this in the upright soon enough and lead you towards more sun, more happiness, and complete what needs to be completed and bring in what needs to be brought in, period. All right, but I do feel like any moments you can wrap oneself up with the sun, with nature, throughout this day, that's going to be truly, truly beneficial, okay? And they're saying through it all, okay? Through the ups, the downs, the BS, the positives even, you're blossoming, okay? There's different levels to how you're blossoming, how your work is benefiting from it all, okay? Through it all, just try to stay grateful and focus on the positives and recognize that we're pushing you to make a very positive change for oneself when the time is once again divinely right for you, period, okay? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your busy Tuesday, and I'll definitely see you next time.